Welcome to the Old World Fanatics, your Warhammer Fantasy podcast to quench your hobby thirst for all things the Old World. I'm one of your hosts, Gobbo. I'm joined by Josh, Andrew, and the fourth member of the apocalyptic horseman, Cam, the dentist. How you going, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm on the big show for once, not just like doing little bat reps. Look at me. Oh.
You're on the low viewing video. You know, the battle reps do all the viewing. We had to get you on because not only have you been dragging our asses and trying to get our bat reps out because we've been crazily busy, but you also came with us and actually drove us to Fatal Fall, or at least three of us here. So we wanted to get you on. And
pick up Josh.
Slightly
out of your way.
So we wanted to get you on as well and chat about our games. And so if people are unaware and don't know, we three of us went down to Western Sydney Wargamers, Fatal Fall down at Blacktown, 48 players. I think they got close to, was it 46 in the end?
I think so.
I think 2 dropped out, but 2 came in or some weird thing like that. It was it's really good. And obviously, everyone knows myself and Andrew been getting down there a bit, but I think every time it came up, I think, Cam, you had something on, or you're out of the country, or you're on a holiday, or
for the January one, the wife booked a trip like the day before it got announced. I was like, because I'd already gotten pre-permission to go. She's like, yeah, okay, you can go. So, because you guys have been raving about them, because you've been to a heap of them, so you've been raving the whole time.
Yeah, that's just it's good. It's the venue's great. The people are even better.
Get so many people there consistently.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's good to have that many people, that like variety of lists, variety of people. I know there's obviously there's a bunch of there's probably 20 or 30 people that are always there, but there's always people in and out because I noticed there was a few people that weren't there. So obviously like Akhtar wasn't there and Alistair wasn't there and stuff. So like there's a few people that aren't there, but obviously they fill it up with a lot more people. So anyway, we're going to run through our games. I think there's a little smidgen of news. And Cam, I'm not sure obviously you're welcome to stay right through. But like you said, if you get bored or you got to get going for work tomorrow, just let us know, drop off and it's all good. Did you end up bat wrapping all your games?
No, I didn't bat wrap third, so just the 2. I was pretty cooked.
Okay. I was going to say, if you did, then people can watch YouTube. But
wait, were you bat wrapping it like during the event kind of thing? Yeah. Like
he did.
What?
How? Channel. We looked like
amazing how efficient you can be when like 1,000 Butcher Army is 2 models, right? It's just.
You're putting Andrew and myself to shame. We all go to the same tournament.
The
only person who bat wraps is Cam. Next time. I did take the mics, but I was I thought I might have been a bit too stressed because on top of that, although I wasn't, my software was being used, which I found out on Monday. I talked to Michael and John a little bit about it, going, we'll catch up and we'll get you on there. And then suddenly John's like, I've set it up, but we'll use it. It's like, oh crap, 50 people.
Wait, so can I ask? So you're at the tournament. Your opponent is assigned. You return to the table, and you suddenly you just like offer them a mic and go, "Do you mind if I bat wrap this? Do you want to mic up and something I'll be videoing?" Is that like what does that conversation involve? Can I just like what's the reaction of your opponent? And suddenly you're telling them to put a mic on.
Well, you just don't give them a choice, right?
Yeah.
Well, my first opponent was from the Old World Behemoths, so he was like sick.
Yeah.
So the bat rep is up. I'm not sure if I put the second one up because although the mics did a really good job of noise cancelling the background, the players had to shout at each other to hear each other from 4 or 5 feet away, and so
just
us talking is not great, which is a shame because they both were really, really fun games, which we'll cut through. So I've got the videos up on mute, so if we do get I'll try and slide them through. But and the second opponent, as usual, whenever I would drive back in the day, I played Counter-Strike 2 hours to play someone from your local meta. Round 2 with Kyle, who's in our other group chat, who lives in Maitland.
So typical.
Right.
Yeah.
We were sitting at lunch going.
Sorry, did you play him at Broadmeadow as well?
No,
Or
didn't play.
No,
We
okay.
played like the week before, like the Wednesday night before Broadmeadow, to sort of muck around with our lists. But we were sitting at lunch and we were looking at the standings on the fantastic Old World Ranking app, and he was above me, but not an even number. Like, oh, surely I won't be playing you. Like, yeah, sweet, that was close. Because we were right next to each other points wise, and then we've seen the draw. God damn it! But okay, we had a great game though, so it was all good.
Oh man, that's cool. Looking forward. Okay, well, we'll Josh, I think you want to. Well, sorry, everyone. If you're on the chat, I'll just give everyone a shout out first. Just if you are the first time here, we're Old World Fanatics. We're here every Monday, just live streaming and chatting Old World. If you'd like to, obviously leave a like and subscribe and throw some comments in the either the live feed, like you are guys, or just after the video. If you're sitting back painting, let us know how you think our games, what we did silly, because that's what we're going through today. And obviously, if you're a Patreon, we will read your questions and do shout out at halftime. And if you want to join them, go over to patreon.com/oldworldfanatics. On top of that, though, I think, Josh, you have a bit of your own shout out to throw out.
And I put my finger up because I feel like I'm at school with the 4 of us and like we're in a big group. I do have an announcement to make. So coming out of Beast of Pugno, I'm going to keep wiggling my finger now. I've decided to run officially a couple more events. So 17th of May, 1,200 points, one dayer, a gaming arena. So that's on a Sunday. Running an interesting comp for that, by the way, a bit controversial. I don't know, I won't really hit it like as a discussion point today, but I've sort of gone off 2+ podcasts skirmisher equals open order, and I've pulled it back a bit and said man-sized skirmishes, so 30 mil or smaller bases is okay. Anything bigger than that is open order automatically. So it'll be at 1,200 points. It'll be interesting to see how that plays. Renegades. Angela's Dark? What are you talking about? What kind of question is that? Obviously, it's running Renegades.
Yeah, you got to take.
Only amateur productions would even consider not running Renegades, especially in a major 2-day tournament. Come on. Anyway, and I am running a 2-dayer in August, 8th and 9th August, and obviously that will also be Renegades. But I haven't done a pack for that yet. But I'm just going to run.
What's that one called? Because that's the one you did set up first, didn't you? Or is this a different one?
Oh, I haven't got an official name for it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's in there. They're both in Old World Rankings as published.
Don't be stealing our dates, Josh. This better not be stealing our dates for Castle.
You don't have a date yet. My date's in set. The date's set because that's a particular weekend.
Didn't you check it from last year, Josh? Didn't you check it from last year?
No. Look, it was only me and there's only a couple of us that came to Castle Sol from Melbourne last year. So I feel free just to run whatever I want. I don't care.
Josh does whatever he wants. And I think we need to we'll get another local one happening too. We actually got a not patron, but a friend of the show email today asking us about when our next one is. So Andrew and Cam, we might have to check in with Good Games sooner rather than later. Cool.
Yeah.
Monolith shots.
Got to wait for that Pandem Wargaming order to arrive.
Yeah, he said it was done now.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's back today. So hopefully we come in the mail and then we can sort that out.
I'm sure we'll talk
we
about
are
it
actually
later,
sponsored by them now. So
really? It's official.
That up. Yeah, well, I thought I'll get the scenery. Let's paint it up and we'll do some cool little video things. Get that all sorted.
Cool. Nice.
Okay. Well,
right.
I won't keep talking. Let's get it on to them.
Do you want
to
get cracking?
How did you find the tournament? Just overall, and listeners, it's like I said, it's a three game 1-dayer. Pretty standard. I mean, we won't go through the comp now, but it'll probably come out when we go through the scenarios. But Cam, your first time, do you want to just spend 2 minutes? What did you think of it?
Oh, it's bloody excellent. So for those that don't know my background, I did 7th ed as a uni student and then Warmachine Horde. So I've travelled to the CanCons and did use back when like Oktoberfest and all that sort of stuff were big fantasy events and things. So it's been a long time since I've been to a big event properly. I hadn't done any 40k tournaments or anything like that. And my first Old World tournament was basically one we held in Broadmeadow Brawl, but it was just so good going back and seeing the Warhammer Fantasy tables, and they were so well done. The vibe was fantastic. Everyone was in a great mood. Like it was a great venue. And just amazing the different levels in technology from back when I was doing like 7th ed tournaments, and now it's like handwriting crap, and there's an app and you match up some posters and stuff. But no, everyone came and had a chat, and you'd sort of bump onto someone else's table to have a look at a game, and everyone was really friendly and just wanted to chat about nerds and some beautifully painted armies. Just some of them were
the
just
hobby's getting bigger, isn't it? Better.
Oh, the hobby was fantastic.
Puts me to shame.
No, and even some of the scenery on my last game had this stone tower, and I think it was Michael said had painted it, but he'd done like weathering on only individual bricks here and there, and sort of the grime had drooping down from some of the windows and things. Like it was so good. Like the quality was just next level. So no, it was a really great event, a lot of fun. Just even little things like coming from Newcastle, it was easy parking. It was 2 hours, but still a relatively easy drive, and it was fantastic. Everyone was having a good time. So it was awesome. So well done with the war games if you're in the chat. The tank,
we park next to the tank and then we go in.
The old Rhino.
Great. Anyway, cool. Oh, well, let's get into it then. And we've got 3 games each, and 3 of us to talk through against some games. So there is a little bit. I think Josh is going to be on the clock. Or on clock.
I'll attempt to.
The gatekeeper.
Use the Nazi word, but
That's
just did. Cool. Oh, John just said as close to Warhammer World as we can get. Clock Nazi. That's what I was going to not say, but I did anyway.
Now you said it twice. Well done.
Okay. I think Cam's going to go first, though, if you want to, mate, because that way, if you did need to get out, there's more chance that you'll get through your 3.
Yeah. But we'll go 1-1-1 kind of thing.
Starting
with Cam. Is that the deal?
Yeah.
So I've got the video loaded, but it's on YouTube already, which is good. As already described, the audio is not great. But I played Demons round 1 against Alex from Old Behemoths. Yes, and he was a great opponent. It was just an absolutely wild game. So if you do go back and watch, he's got a beautifully painted army. So I got first turn, and I moved up sort of just outside of threat ranges. Took over a few random pot shots. So then when Alex had his turn, though, he did a very, very powerful and strong and bold move. He just full send everything at me, literally just within an inch of where I'd pushed up to. So not only was the stones on that man, but what it meant was I wasn't going to be able to combo charge anything. I was having to individually put a dragon into that, and like Silver Helms into that, and Dragon Princes into that. So, which we'll get into probably at some point, but that's kind of where high elves fall down, because dragons can't just walk over everything anymore, and things like Silver Helms are kind of meh. And then Dragon Princes, all they've got a bunch of cool rules. They're still at strength 3. So you're like, dink. So he jammed me up really well. But also, he's walked up with his Soul Grinders turn 1. And he goes, okay, they've got this kind of grape shotgun. Don't worry about it. They never do anything. They're crap. He's lined up my sister's Avalon. He's rolled a 10. Okay. And then he's picked up 10 dice. 4, strength 4, toughness 3, yeah. 10 wounds. It's just like, okay. So I just picked them up, put it over there. Good. Great. And then he moves over here, the other one, and goes, oh, that won't ever happen again. He rolls up an 8 on my Silver Helms. Gets 8 wounds. So I picked up 4 or 5 Silver Helms. Good.
Oh, God.
And then later on in the game, so I was really up against it. I managed to claw it back quite literally with the dragons to a point. They were just putting in work. Every other elf on the board was just dying to a stiff breeze. So I was getting aggressive because I needed to claw back a lot of points, and also, again, there to have fun, not trying to win that thing. And he did get a combo charge in about sort of turn 4, which caused my dragon prince, like the prince and a dragon, to break. And I rolled crap on my flea move. So I was able to catch it. And then it just got to all get going more and more pear-shaped. But there was a lot of Warhammer moments all through. So if you can put up with the audio, it was pretty good. How do I share a screen? Because I've got the video up. I can see if I can cut to any of his army.
You should be able to.
It's next to so it goes like audio, video, and then the next one over from your left to right. So it's the third one along from the left.
I want the plus on the monitor.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, cool. I was going to say, you can do it as a guest, can't you? I think so.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah.
Also share tab audio. This is some excellent.
I tried adjusting the audio so it didn't clip so much. That's probably a little better. It's not too bad. It's
showing?
like Andrew. I don't know if you've watched it, like Andrew. It's like when we used to go to that brewery.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So it is on the screen now because I've kind of.
Yep.
So you can see this is actually perfect. Like look at how stunning his army is.
It is.
So he's just done amazing OSL.
Right.
And
up
you
the
need
back
to tell him
there.
what the name of the
We've been seeing snippets of this
Earl.
army.
Earl, isn't it? Yeah.
Earl the baggage trade.
So these are the cell grinders that are definitely crap, as Alex told me. So this, it's blurry. But this is my baggage train. It's an elf walking with a demigryph hound, looking after dragon eggs. I was trying to come up with an idea.
It looks cool.
So this is turn 1. Yes, there's a big bloodthirster as well. There's his gorgeous face. Oh yeah, that's where the sisters used to be. You can see in this little image there just how absolutely rammed up I was turn 1. Yeah. So what I did here with the helm,
no space.
Yeah, I drilled them to be like two ranks and charged the demon prince, who's you can see on an elevated base just on the left side of screen on the edge of the hill. So I drilled to hit that. So then the dragon prince is on the bottom. Prince and a dragon, is on the bottom of the corner of the screen there. Was able to charge into the bloodthirster, which took 2 turns to bring it down. But you can just sort of see, I was absolutely. Yeah, here we go. Here's a better angle actually. That's
wow. There's no space for anything there.
No, so it was a bold move, but I really liked it. I go, did not expect that, and now I got to deal with it. So, and then let's just drag through a bit, and on the top of the screen, he's got some.
This to me, Dave.
But as we get to that's
a great looking bloodthirster too, isn't it? It's big.
Yeah,
it is.
It's sort of gigantic base to be seen.
Yeah.
To not be actually be able to base things. I'm not sure. Oh, it's just a panning shot. Let's look what's going on there. Let's see. Okay, you can see on the right hand side of the screen. This is the moment I was talking about. So I managed to clean up the demon prince or get into the combat with the demon prince on the right hand side of the screen, but he's moved his horrors, who I think are further away than what they appear on the screen. But he got the charge off, and that's what caused me to flee, and eventually was caught, which is where it all went downhill. That's probably just some of Alex's. These things don't do anything; they're crap. Don't worry about it. Just 654. Yeah, Alex just the maneuverability just of the what are they called? The bat things.
Furies.
And then eventually the Furies.
Is your moon dragon fleeing there too, or is that?
No, that's the mage on a dragon.
Okay.
No, it eventually got shot to death by, as Alex said, the worst guns in the world. But apparently they just call like 5 or 6 wounds onto dragons. Yeah. And that's about it. That's me being sad. So I'll stop sharing.
What was the final result?
Normal? Like 15-5 because
okay.
I still killed a lot. I killed, Demon Prince, Greater Demon, Juggernauts, a few other at least. I think I killed both of his Soul Grinders in the end, but he just killed everything else. He got all the secondaries because he was capping the hills. He killed the train, the baggage train.
Baggage train. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I gave up a lot of points, but it was just a wild game, and just it was just push forward and roll dice but in a really fun way. So it's good.
You always know, like you walk around, like it's an hour left, and Cam's walking around, looking at the tables. He's a fast player.
It was 45 minutes left. As I said, you can do a lot when you've got such big models that take up a huge amount of points. But
yeah.
Nice. Oh, well done, man. Oh,
yes. So it is very funny, and some of the dice rolls are good. So if you can put up with the audio, have a look. So. There's someone's like trying to tell me in the group on the comments on the YouTube video, like, oh, there's other things in the army list besides dragons.
Oh, no, so
it's like, yeah, cool. I think you missed the whole point of what that conversation about the elves.
It's also a tournament as well.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just like, write me a list that doesn't have a dragon in it for high elves, and that's going to be good. And like, I'm open to it. Go.
That's it. Go for it.
Yeah.
All right. I'll throw mine up.
Oh, very nice.
Cool. So my first game was against Pete. Played Pete before. Great guy, real fun. He basically just runs his Lizardmen. I think at every event. I don't know if I've actually seen him with anything else. So most people should probably know my list, but basically it's my general is a level 4 running on the Mortis engine, running Necromancy. I've got a Vampire running on a Dragon, just kitted up a bit like Combat. I've got 2 units of Zombies, like big bricks that were basically just a score. That's really all I was there for, and a bit of chaff. I had 2 units of Bats of 4 and 2 units of Vargeist, also with 4. So yeah, this is my very first game with this army. I was meant to get a practice game in, but never got to. So this is my practice game, but it didn't go too badly. Anyway, so we basically, what is Pete running? Pete was running a Slam Mage, which he threw in a big Temple Guard block. He was running a Skink Priest on an Ancient Stag. He was running Saurus Scar Vet, which was his BSB, I think. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was on his Carnosaur. Sorry, the BSB was a Slan. I didn't realize. Yeah, he's a general and BSB. Actually, pretty good. He was running 2 units of Skinks, 2 Bastillodons, and another Ancient Stag. So lots of shooting from the solar engines. So yeah, it's a pretty decent list. Anyway, so this is us lined up. Basically, he sort of like was pretty heavy with all his monsters, just right in the center. And then off to his right, obviously, he just had his big block of, what are they, Temple Guard. I also like just thought stuff out. I'll just throw my zombies in the middle and just go up hard one side, which was the right. And then my left was, you can't see them, but down the bottom I had some Vargeists that were just going to run around. Oh, yeah, so we had, obviously, as Cam alluded to before, the baggage trains. So, yeah, it's just trying to get around.
King of the Hill, the double King of the Hill.
Yeah, that's right.
The Twin Peaks.
Yeah, Twin Peaks. Yep.
It was really good, actually.
Sorry to derail you, but I thought this scenario was great. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. Just having the 2 there, it's really good. It just gets away from like a Death Star as well. It's good.
Yeah. Apologies to everyone, but I had like no sleep the night before and might have had a couple of beers early in the morning. So I have only got a few shots here. But anyway, we sort of just pushed into the middle. What ended up happening was Pete was pretty crafty, and he sort of like, I'd say baited me out with Frenzy for my Vargeist, but he basically kind of did. So he sort of like put his Skinks up. I've moved up, and then he sort of like moved his Skinks out of the way. So the only thing I could really get into was his Temple Guard unit. and they just flogged me. So I had like early in the game, I lost Vargas just straight up. In the center, I just moved my zombies up, just trying to get on the hill. He was moving his temple guard up onto his hill as well. So we kind of just both claimed one hill. And then he just pushed all his monsters in the center forward, left 2 Bastillodons back next to his own baggage train, basically. And then they were just shooting. So it was real shooty. And then obviously, I was in a bit of trouble.
Oh, hang on. Is he sitting behind the baggage train? What was the rules with this? You could still shoot him, right? They've comped that out. Is that right?
Yeah. There was like, so
you could shoot still through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, anyway, that was where we were with that. I didn't really have too much of an idea what to do with this. I sort of had this game plan, but then, like you just start playing and your game plan just goes out the window. So, that was sort of where we are right about now. Yeah. So I was just trying to get around and sort of like sent everything at his baggage train. I'm like, I probably don't need to. Then ended up sort of like turning around. So this is a little bit further along the line. So he ended up basically sending all this stuff through onto one zombie unit, like Carnosaur and 2 of his Stegodons. Took out my zombie unit, as you can imagine. And then his big temple block just ended up on top of the hill. And then I thought it was going to be a great idea just to send in my... I still had my Vargas in combat with him. And then I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to support these Vargas by sending in my Vampire. That's a great idea. Obviously, not realizing all the combat res. So that was probably not the best idea. So yeah, he wasn't going to be long for this world. But as you can see up on the top left, I sent one of my Bat Swarms units into his baggage train. And then I sent my last Vargas unit around into his Bastillodons to start taking them out. And yeah, the Vampire wasn't doing too bad. But I think he started to challenge me out because he can challenge with anybody. He wasn't doing it at the start, but I think he stopped doing it. And then I couldn't attack back too much, obviously. And then, combat res and whatnot just wasn't looking too good. And then
as well, or like...
Yeah, I was just crumbling basically because he had like outnumber, close order, banner, ranks. BSB, ranks and stuff. And then how the story goes. But yeah, that was that game. And it wasn't too bad in the end. So I think Pete got up. What was it? I think it was like
9-11 or something? Or like 11?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. 11-9 maybe. Or 8-12.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah, it didn't end up being too bad, but we only got through... was it to the end of round 5 or the end of round 4? It was one of the two. It was just like there was quite a bit of magic between the two of us. And just, I think, with like all those spells and moving around and it just, That
was a 9-11. Yeah. 11-9 to Pete.
Yeah. So Pete took that one. Really fun game. Always love playing Pete. Plenty of time for Pete.
Did he get your baggage train, or was it all just really kills? And
he got onto my baggage train, and just because we had, I think, 1 or 2 turns left, I just said,
you got to stay there.
Take it.
Oh, okay, ready. Yeah,
so I don't think he got it, but it was just he would have had it. And because I went down and got beers and stuff, I was like, just because I went down and got beers. It takes time to go down and get beers. So
everyone should have been given an extra 5, comped an extra 5 minutes, because of the controversy that happened within 5 minutes of getting there.
Yeah.
Well, we were promised last time we were going to have a bar service. There's a bar right in the room. Oh.
Yeah.
The last time the person didn't, they couldn't staff it. And then this time they promised Michael it's going to be staffed. And then Michael rocks up and they're like, sorry, we don't have a staff member. So 2 times in a row there's been no bar. Yeah. You have to go downstairs.
To bring like one of those secret, have like the gut, but it's just like you got like a little straw and it's just beer. I'll bring something like that next time.
Big bladder.
I was saying, I reckon we just tell them that it's like a wedding. We just put $600 on the bar. That'll pay for the person, and we'll just drink it. So Money talks. Anyway, cool. Okay, well, let's get into mine. So I was playing, and does that work? I got grudged by Matty. He is in the chat there, isn't he? That's 2472. That's Matty. He's playing at Chaos. He's Warriors, usually Dark Elf Matt, but he's playing Warriors lately. And so I've got my Wild Herd. I guess you'd probably see my list most of the time. It's just Gore Block, the Herdstone, 4 Dragon Ogres, all that. But I switched the Shaggoth out for a bit of fun. Well, fun for me if it goes off, where I put the no-fly banner with the little Bestigors, and then I also have that lightning rod. Yep.
That's the tower, or at least maybe he's done more than one of those towers, but can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see like the weathering and stuff? That's the quality of the terrain at this joint. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, Tabletop World Tower. It's so nice.
Yeah, but see individually like weathered bricks and stuff. It's just
that's cool. Yeah, like the little love. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Good on Michael.
Sorry to derail you, but
no, it's fine. No, I mean these
that's real good.
Scenery's good, and there's always like terrain. Like you look at the map, and there's like 2 hills, 2 forests. It's like square based, but then they always put like there's at least 4 linear obstacles around the place, and then there's usually a river or 2, like a pond, and it's just like always seem to get run into it. Yeah, and then I also I've obviously got the chalice, so I was just hoping that flies are around. Hopefully can roll under 8.
Whose dice is that sitting on that beautiful tower?
That's just mine. Yeah, so and then Matty's got like 2 giant spawns of Nurgle. He's like proxying some of the Dark Elf Hydras or whatever they are there. I think 20-something Zench Warriors, 2 Sorcerer Lords in there. He's got a Demon Prince of Zinch, however you want to say it, out there as well, and a couple of units of Marauder Horsemen. So that's sort of how we deployed. So he came up pretty much on his left flank, and I've got a Primal Warherd ambushing because that's the only thing I thought. Apart from he did a really good job. He put it right behind. He put his baggage train right behind the linear obstacle, so you're just not going to get like decent hits at it. Actually, you can't even get it from there. Sorry, because you have to be in base contact, so you got to go around.
Base contact, right. Yeah.
I was like, I should have thought of that because I could have done it on my side because I've got one over there. But anyway, and then he just zoned me out, so I couldn't put my Primal Warherds anywhere with his Marauder Horsemen. But yeah, I was going into so I don't know if people had seen Ed's from Close Orders chat. Because I had a chat to him on Friday, and I was talking to him about this game, and we're like, I think Dragon Ogres can take the Warriors and stuff, or I don't mind my Gauls getting in there, but ideally, my Gauls can also, probably do something over time to those, or they'll get held up to the spawn because they're not going to get stomped because they've got the stomp banner. But I really don't want that Dragon Ogre against his Demon Prince because I think he's got 7 attacks straight out or something, but he can get more, and then he's got Ogre Blade as well. So he's like the big one. I'm like, so obviously the plan was to try and hopefully roll 8 on my dice and not make him fly, although he's still movement 6. So the idea was, but just the way it deployed, I was like, okay, well, my Dragon Ogres are against that unit, but his Demon Prince is there, so what am I going to do? Anyway, so that's all cool. Matty's army looks pretty cool too. He was pretty under the weather too, so I do feel sorry for him. He was pretty sick. So.
Oh, yeah, he was sick, wasn't he?
Yeah. So lucky for me anyway. So, yeah, I pushed up on the left there, got on the hill, like tagged that one. My Dragon Ogres can't get that because I'm not core or infantry. But I did get the fly banner off, and I think it was the fly one, yeah. So I stopped his flying for this current turn. And then, everything's, like I rolled first turn, so everything's out of range. You can't really do a whole lot. And Matty, throw some comments up if I miss fun things. Must have done something to his, I've flown up, reserve move, and Voltide I must have got in range for one of his spawns, but did a little bit of damage, but that was about it. And this is his turn. You can see he's come around with the Demon Prince out on my right-hand side. And so this is what I was hoping to do. I don't know if it was the right move, but I put my pig up so that the only thing he can sort of got, like I'm out of range now because he can't fly. He can't get my dragon ogres, but he can take that pig. And I thought I'll just probably flee it, and hopefully, and I'll only roll 2 dice, and hopefully I sort of, I don't know, end up near the hill there, if you know what I mean, and die there, and then I can decide if I want to maybe go with the dragon ogres or. But even then, he's going to attack me first. But I thought if he does do that, I still might be able to get a few great weapon hits on him, or just see what happens. And then, send a pig up there. Let's just go to something that's more consequential. So ended up, what happens on the left, he gets his giant spawn into my gore block. They're going to sit there for a bit. And all this time I'm trying to, while they're not in combat, trying to bowl tie them, but that's about it. And then over here, this is where it went interesting. So, I did flee heaps far and he didn't catch me and anything. So I'm like, damn it. And I'm like, okay, that's okay. If he fails now, and he's moved his chaos block up. So I thought what I might actually do is, and this will give away my dragon ogres, but I thought this would probably be worth it, is hopefully I'll fail my rally test because this dude's only leadership 6, whatever it is. And then I can charge my dragon ogres into his block and hopefully take out his, have a go at taking out his sorcerer lords and stuff like that. Yeah, they'll get flanked by this demon prince, but by then they would have done their job of just smashing because he's got like 4 or 5 magic missiles and all this sort of shit. And so that's what I thought I'd do. Or maybe, and then use my 2 shamans, you can see down the bottom, to try take, they're in Voltide range now. So I'll get 2 Voltides at his demon prince and then hopefully dragon ogres into that block, providing my pig doesn't rally. Yeah. But he rallies. So that was fun. Fuck you, you little pig, right?
Classic.
He kills my anti-stomp banner dude, which is a bit annoying. My pig rallied, and then he comes in, I think, with his demon prince, and I'm like, fuck's sake, this is gonna go south like Sherman. And because I actually did get 2 Voltides on him, but I didn't. I might have done 1, Matt, did I? Or 1 or 2. He's got a 5-up, 4-up, 5-up. So that ward save and everything. It's, I was not rolling 11 on my Voltides, let's put it that way, like I did the other day. He goes in, and guess what the dragon ogres did to him? The dragon ogres did what dragon ogres do. He just, even with the ogre blade, he rolled a few 1s. I'll give you that. We were in combat for, I think, 3 or 4 combats. And he'd kill a dragon ogre, and then I'd knock a wound or 2 off. And I'm like, fuck, this is getting close. And then it went down to 2 dragon ogres. And then it went down to 1 dragon ogre.
1 dragon ogre?
And I killed him.
And you killed him?
With 1 dragon ogre left, with 1 wound.
I'd like to see the statistics on that. What do you have, 7 or 8 attacks?
How on earth?
It's nuts,
he just, well, when he rolled good on the ogre blades hits, he'd roll 1 wound on it and stuff like that. It was just, I'd pushed this primal war herd up to try to save them, thinking they'd fall back in good order and push through, you know what I mean? Because then I'd go in with that block challenge and hopefully combat res him out or something, because he only had 1 wound at some point. But of course my dragon ogres held, and I was like, fuck's sake. But they did the job. Over on the left, I chewed through. So what was happening? I'd win a combat with those giant spawn, and I wouldn't follow up, and then I'd Voltide him. That's the only thing I could do, because by then his demon prince was in combat. So that's how it sort of ended up happening. By the end of turn 4 or 5, what it was, when the end of the game, I ended up.
He's even posed to do it.
Killed his dude.
He's even the pose, the big death blow pose. That's fantastic.
And then over there, the same turn, he lost his spawn. That sort of ended up how it ended up. We didn't get any baggage chains or anything, and miraculously the dragon ogres, I don't know, man, that was just awesome. They just held on against that ogre blade long enough to at least knock him down, because the best thing going for me was he only has 4 wounds if you can get through them. Ghost saying classic Matt Demon Prince roll. Okay, it must be something that Matty's known for. 8 attacks hitting on 2s by the 4th round, and he fluffed. Maybe the Demon Prince was under the weather as well. I don't know, but
was he strength 7 or something as well?
Oh, it's ridiculous. He's hitting
away with the ogre blade as well.
2s and 2s. It's so unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and they just held. You do get the 5 up, so I was trying to roll the 5 up on the saves, but yeah. Anyway, that's how I ended up. So I squeezed out 11-9 win. So because I had the hill like two like ones longer than him or something, and that was
Strength
it.
8, Jesus.
Yeah. So enjoyed that.
Poor Matty.
But yeah.
Oh no.
It was fun.
Nice.
It was lunch break.
Mm.
We all went down to the big food hall. We went down. There's this massive line. We're like, oh crap, we're not going to get this done in an hour. And then everyone just got their food quick smart and everything like that. So that's it. Great venue.
Yeah,
we should go check out the next one. I can't go, but no. That's what I'm borderline
like
divorced as it is.
Yeah, 2 months or something. So who would you? Who you
round 2?
Matt? I mean, Cam.
I had Kyle round 2.
That's right.
Yes. God damn it. And again, there's a bat rep recorded, so I've got video. Let's see if I can find it before I share screen and do dumb things. Okay.
Interesting. He's gone.
Oh. Uh-oh. We just lost Cam. He pressed a button.
Oh,
He's not supposed to. I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
He's back. He's back.
I do dumb things.
Here we go.
All right, I'm going to share screen. Share.
There we go.
All right.
Cool.
So this is just the intro. This is my army lining up. So I was put back on that same board.
Your army looks good on it, man, because of the color pop. Yeah.
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 Now, what's different about this board, if I can get a better image of it, is there's no hills in the middle. And Kyle is running Orion Wild Host. Here we go. I got that too fast. Orion Wild Host. So he's got. Sorry, it's blurry. It's kind of hard to capture. But he's got the cat herder guys and a bunch of the cav. Now you can see at the top of the screen, I've got the Sisters of Avalon just sitting in what we played as a forest, those rocky outcrops, with just nothing to stop them shooting. Now the leader has is it the Bow of Avalon or the Seafarer Bow? Which one's one that shoots like a bolt thrower?
Bolt thrower.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't remember which one, but yeah.
So and it still counts as a Arrows of Isha or Bow of whatever it's called. So just AP out the Wazoo, Strength 5, multi-wound, etc. And ignoring cover, and the Sisters to the Blizzard skill is Sky High.
40K, is it?
It's, yes, I was quite at home playing 40K against him. Unfortunately, we had a game previously where we played the Twin Peaks or the big hill in the middle, and it was a lot more fun because it allowed his elves to sort of move around and actually play a bit more combat, like come out at the right times and that kind of stuff like that. But on this one, the Sisters just had an absolute field day. And he tried to bait out charges. Here's a template doing nothing. So he's trying to bait out charges and things, and he'd do shenanigans like with the Hawks there, because there's flying skirmishers. He'd turn them as diamonds to block line of sight across the back. I think I had a magic missile from my Archmage and things like that. So I just sort of clear one and then just start opening up with the Sisters, because like, I can see you now, and I ignore cover and all sorts of stuff like that. And just it was not a good time for him with the Sisters in the middle there, and he couldn't get enough ranged at them, and because they're single infantry skirmishers, they're neg 1 to hit, so his long range neg 1 to hit. So even his Wood Elves true flight arrows are just like, oh bugger. So he did his darndest, but I had a fair bit of control for most of the game, and I was able to sort of get charges that I wanted to get charged and that kind of stuff. So where it finally got exciting was there was a moment late in the game. I'll see if I can find it. We're getting close. Yeah, it's getting close. Here we go. See what that looked like. Almost a shot. There. Okay. So that dragon there that's on screen is the Dragon Mage, or the Archmage. And the Cav model sort of in front of him is a Lord with the Dragon Slaying Sword and the reroll hits and wounds once a game type moment. And it's harder to see from this, unfortunately. I could scroll for ages and probably not find the image. But my other dragon is just off screen on the bottom half of the screen. Yeah. So there was a moment deep in the game where he got the charge off against that, and it had the potential to Pac-Man the whole way through. He got one monster slaying 6, but I rolled my 5-up ward save. Thousand protection. So it was. I think we even got that bit. We even got that moment on camera. Here it is. I think this is actually. Yeah, here it is.
That looks more lined up. Yeah,
okay. That's them lined up. Yeah. So I must have had the wrong timing, but that's it there. So he's got the flank and all sorts of stuff like that. But at this point, I think that's the sum total of his models that he has left on the board.
Wow.
And I still got one unit of archers in the back corner as well. So yeah, he did his best, but it just wasn't an outstanding matchup. But it almost went completely south on just Warhammer of just rolling a 6. Dragon Slaying Sword, that kind of stuff. That's about where after that we just massed out the last turn. He just ran and hid and to conserve points and stuff like that.
Was there anything he could have done? Like, did he do anything? Like, because I noticed his hill was not in. I guess you can't put. Can you put that hill in the middle? Not really. The river, that lake was in the middle, wasn't it?
No. Are there rules about the forest can't be within 12 inches of the middle, or is that just?
Okay.
I think I'm not a Wood Elf player. Break me on that. And it's also not because the river is there, so you can't put it on top of terrain. Mm-hmm. So how do I before I stop sharing? There we go. It's not leave the room. Good. So that was a solid win for me, thankfully. But yeah, it just wasn't a great matchup for Kyle and the terrain and stuff.
Dragons. That's probably
again, it's 2 dragons, but again, if he had some kind of line of sight blocking in the middle, which I personally like to play in games, whether it's a tower or it's a hill or a forest or something, I just find that I got to sit there and just do whatever I wanted with my shooting and against Wood Elves, and they have excellent shooting. Well, typically, he doesn't in that list, but I don't know. I think there would have been a lot more maneuverability because those Wild Riders can still hit really hard and that kind of stuff like that. But I just had enough chaff clearing stuff. So, but yeah, it was still fun, and Carl did his darndest. So, that's very, very basically edited, so I can probably give it to you, Gummo, to jazz up and pop online if you want. So,
I'll do that. So what'd you get in the end? A 13-7.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Cool. Right.
Oh, there you go. Awesome. So John was saying, game 1's anti-shooting, game 2's pro-shooting. So I suppose maybe having a bit of a think about.
Doesn't surprise me that they think of these things because they go around and adjust the train every time and stuff.
Yeah. That's really good. So my game 2, let me throw this up. So this was against Ish, is one of the, hopefully I pronounced that right, one of the other players' sons. So I think he's...
I think you mentioned
like a maybe late teenager, early 20s or something.
The only person there was like under 35.
Yeah. So it's hard to tell ages when you get old a bit. So
your
as you
eyesight's
can
going, Andrew.
Hey?
Really? Is that
Your
Jacob's
eyesight's
son?
going too.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I'm getting a bit blind. So this is Vamp's first Vamps, but he's not running Vamps. He's running Demons. So I wouldn't say it got super confusing because I think my biggest issue is I don't know what Demons units do. Anyway, but we went through it all. But I'll try and go through his army and hopefully you can work out what's what. So he's got a Demon Prince. And these are Age of Sigmar models, so I don't even know what their names are either to tell you what it is.
Yeah, there's that
So, anyway.
the Nighthaunt ones. Yeah.
Yeah, the Nighthawk models. So his Demon Prince is the floaty thing in front of Nagash. If you can see Nagash in the center. So in front of that was a Demon Prince. Running, it was like Zinch, level 3, Staff of Change. These things mean nothing to me. Behind the Demon Prince, Nagash is a Great Unclean One with a Bile Sword, level 4 Demonology, Trappings of Nurgle. He had a Herald of Nurgle with Demonic Locus. Oh, that's right, the Celtic Glory, level 1. I think that was in a big block. He had a big block of Plague Bearers. He was running 5 Chaos Furies, Slanesh, 10 Chaos Furies, Khorne. The 5 Chaos Furies, I think, are the top in the center towards the hill because this is like one of those 45-degree, it wasn't quite like through like corner to corner, but yeah, it was
diagonal one.
The diagonal, yeah. He's running 3 Nurglings, which are the Spirit Hosts up in the very top. He's running 21 Plague Bearers, which you can see. I think they're the Chain Rasps or Rasps or something, which is like the big block towards the bottom of his lines. He's running 2 Beasts of Nurgle, which are the very bottom of his lines, whatever those things are called. I don't know these model names because they're Age of Sigmar stuff. And those Beasts of Nurgle, man, they are tough nuts. I'll tell you that.
I remember they were good in 8th.
No, they were pretty tough. And then he had a Burning Chariot, which is, you can't really see it, but it's at the very top. You can see maybe a bell, but you'll be able to see it later. And anyway, so this was table quarters. So I figured I'll probably have a good shot with table quarters here because I had quite a lot of, obviously 2 big units, and then I have my 2 core bat swarms, which could take table quarters as well. So I sort of wanted to not throw my bat swarms in and use them if I could, as obviously just getting a table quarter. Anyway, I was sort of like going again a little bit heavy on the left, as I tend to do. I tend to like try and run up one side, have stuff in the middle that can, hold the center to a certain degree, and then have a few things run up the right flank. So anyway, this is how we deployed. And then obviously I've gone up the left flank with my Vargheists and my bat swarms, and I was trying to take out his chariot because only toughness 4, but it had a heap of saves. And again, because I just don't know demons, I thought I was going to blow it up pretty quick, but I didn't. And I sort of ran my Vamp on his zombie dragon, into some of his furies just to take them out. And then I thought, you know what, stuff it. I'll just jump into his Demon Prince. His Demon Prince had a weapon or a sword or something that can kill you. Oh, sorry. You got to take I think if he wounds you, you got to take a toughness test. And then if you fail it, you die straight up. So I was
Nice.
getting a little bit,
Is that the Great Unclean one or the Demon Prince?
Nah, the Demon Prince.
Oh.
So I was a bit hesitant going in, but I'm like, he's only a Demon Prince. So hopefully if I can get the Demon Prince in, and then behind my, obviously, Vamp on the dragon, I had my Mortis engine. So I was hoping to get in there and possibly scream him off, within a turn or two. So I wouldn't have too many chances of obviously, taking this toughness test. And then, so my Vargas and everything were up the left, and then they were getting stuck into some Furies, the Chariot, and then the bloody Spirit Host, which the Nurglings ended up getting in there. So my Vargas ended up getting quite pumped, one unit. The other unit got into his, down on the right or the bottom of the screen, his Beast of Nurgle. I thought I was going to run through these guys, but they're friggin' tanky. So I ended up getting stuck there for a little bit. And then you can see my Bat Swarm on the bottom right. I just took it over and he's just sitting in the table quarter. Yeah, it's just sitting happy. And you can see my 2 zombie units. They're just sitting back in their table quarters. So I'm just like, hopefully I can try and keep him busy and then obviously get as many of these table quarters as I can. Because they're worth a bit. Were they 100 points each or something?
Something like that. Yeah, it was a fair bit.
Yeah.
200,
it's a good thing with these guys. They do decent points for secondary. So it's kind of worth going for them. This is me in with his Demon Prince with whoever this lovely model is. This ended up being, he did get a couple of wounds off onto me because he needed, that's right, sorry. I kept getting, I had Beguile up, so he needed 6s to hit. So he did end up getting 2 6s there. And then he was able to get 2 wounds through, but I was able to ward save it. So he did have one chance to get me to have a toughness test, but I did ward save it. So, and then I blew him up. So that was that. So I got, I don't know if I was lucky there, but this is that little combat that was getting a bit dicey. So I had, as you can see, Bat Swarms with his Chariot in there. He took these Vargeist down to 1, and I was able to get 2 Vargeist back up. So I got a bit lucky there because if they blew up, I would have been in all sorts of hurt on this side. That was basically the end of that. So I think on here, I took out his Furies with these Vargeists. I didn't get his Nurglings, but I was able to take out his Chariot. And then on this bottom side here, I was able to take out his Beast of Nurgle. I took out half of his Plague Bearers, and his Plague Bearers got up to where my zombies were, but basically couldn't charge me. Because I ended up, I've got a Necromancer there, and he was running, I forget, what's the Dark Magic template? The signature?
Doombolt. I was going to say, what were you doing that with? Okay, right,
so I Doombolted him off, I think, 2 or 3 times. I was just able to he's only a level 1 with Doombolt, but I was just able to, get it off a few times. So I was lucky enough, and then that took out enough. It just doesn't scatter or anything, does it? Just sits on top. Nah, it's an awesome spell. So out of that, I got a win. Victory points, it was 1167 to 482. Might have been maybe 11-9 my way, I think, possibly. And that's that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was. I had it up, but now it's gone. Don't know. Something like that. I know, 12-8. You keep jibbing yourself a point 12-8. Here, Andrew. 12-8.
12-8.
Yeah. So end of round 2, I ended up playing a 2-pluser. We had a Wild Herd off. There's our 2.
A Wild Herd off.
Herd stones. Just staring at each other with love.
Monolithic.
Who's got the
we're mostly chill players, and we don't go real hardcore on the competitive things. We're pretty sorry, I've just lost. I'm trying to delay here. I'll try to find my tabs. We're not win at all cost gamers like some of these other filthy bastard podcasters. Like Alex from 2+, he decided to take 60 gore.
60 gore.
60 gore.
That's such an impressive block.
So when I saw that I got paired against that, I went, well, what's going to beat 6? What's better, 60 gore or 30 gore and 4 Dragon Ogres? I guess we'll find out. That was what was going to happen. And on top of that, I think he's got is it 3 Shamans or 4 in that front row? It's just So much is in that unit. And then outside of that, he's got the two lots of harpies, the primal war herd, the herdstone. Has he got anything else? Can't even bloody remember. It's a nice looking unit though. He's painting that for a long time. But yeah, he's got the black maul guy in there as well. I mean, this thing's just, it's just an army by itself. This unit. The problem is this table has got like linear obstacles everywhere, and just, I think he even said he probably struggled a bit with the tournament with the size of this block. It's just massive. So yeah, I just went over on this side, and then I just had to face off against that block basically as much as I could. Was not going to vault. There wasn't anything to vault on really, because it's all in that freaking block. What are you going to do? Just see what was going to happen.
He's got basically nothing else, doesn't he? It's just a giant block.
It's just nothing. Yeah, and
then a couple of harpy units.
Yeah. It's just. Was there anything else? I'm just looking at that list. Surely there was one.
Has he finished
deployment?
deployment?
Sorry, he does. He's got 2 units of 10 ambushing ungles as well.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it is. I was like, yeah, there was other stuff, but it wasn't deployed. Yeah. So
Okay.
nothing when we started. Insane. Anyway, it is what it is. So I get my fly thing off, but all I do is make his harpies go 2 inches or whatever. Really, it was just going to come down to who can eventually. Like I would get in combat. I just was wanting him to come down and basically charge me. Like I wanted more attacks, if you know what I mean. Just see what I could do with the dragon ogres. It was pretty much this type of game where you sort of just who's coming down, who's not. Trying to get like a spell off here and there. And then what happened? Let's just go through. Nothing's happening much out of here. He does get his ambushes on all of them in one go. I think this one was like a bit of a TMP. He's like moving around, trying to work out if he wants to charge or not. I'm not moving past that linear obstacle. I'm just like, I'm gonna make it was a pretty much just a bit of a standoff here for a little bit. I'm just trying to fire elemental spirits at him. Not a lot. Nothing much is happening, to be honest. We were just like, joking around with it all. He did get his ambushes all on, which sort of, I went, is that annoying? But then I went, my shamans aren't really doing a lot anyway. I just Voltide them instead, because what am I going to do against that gore block? Not a whole lot. What's this guy proving to us again? He isn't a size queen. No, not really. Anyway, as you can see, it's really riveting stuff here. Like I'm trying to shoot a few things, but that's about it. I think I shot 1 unit of I tried to shoot 1 unit of his ungors off and hopefully panic the other one, but you don't actually. I don't think you had to take a panic. Just can't remember what it was. There's some rule we looked at. I wiped that left unit, and the other ones were fine. They didn't have to run off, or he passed it. I can't remember. But anyway, he decides to commit. Basically, I'd moved my guys right up behind that wall, and then he decided in he came. So where I just skipped through. So we have like this picture of so many bloody models next to each other. I think I'd killed like a rank off at the back. That was about it through shooting stuff, but not a lot. But the cool thing is, he had to go over the obstacle, and he's disrupted at the moment. Which is cool. And so I'm just trying to get my demonology spells off as well. Not for this, but if I get a chance to attack, then I'll try to get my demonology spells off and hopefully do a little bit more damage if I have to charge him. I think he was really hoping, what was it, to lose the combat. So then if I followed up, then obviously I'd be over the wall. But we smashed into each other because he didn't get as many attacks initially. I wiped like another rank or something off, and when we added it all up, his Black Maul guy went to town on some of my Dragon Ogres, as you can see up here.
Oh, wow.
But it ended up, we added it up twice, and it was a perfect musician draw off, and so we just sat there. I was like, oh, fuck, that's cool. The good thing is we're sitting there, which means now I can cast my demonology spells and I got that off with the extra attack, +1 strength, all that sort of stuff. And also I rolled, don't want to spoil the fun there. I rolled up Primal Fury on a +1. So I got Frenzy off as well. and wiped a bunch of his stuff. Now, the other thing with my list is when I do combat damage, it's -1 leadership, and I've got terror, and I've got a banner that's -1 leadership. And so he was down a fair bit on, so his leadership was something like about a 5, and his furies are behind. The whole idea is he bumps through them, which he did. He bumped through. So he bumped all the way through, and then in his next turn, he had to do this.
Do you want to give an intro? This is a Leadership 8 rally on this big block of board. No reroll. Let's go. Roll high. Oh! I'll take that. All right. Okay, now roll.
Off it goes off the board. See you later.
So excited.
I was like,
love being on that
"Fuck it."
video.
And Alex went home after this. So yeah.
Broke him. You broke him, Gomo.
That was good. It was one of those funny games. It was like there wasn't much happening at the beginning, but when you're in combat, you're just trying everything just to try and break this thing. And then I did, and then he failed that. I was like, oh, that's when you take a massive block. So yeah, I was quite happy with that one. No, not much strategy in it, but it was it's a bit of fun. Yeah. Anyway, so it was like a 17-3 win. I was like, oh shit, not used to that.
You took the wow.
Yeah.
You took the whole block. Amazing.
Yeah.
Off it went.
Nice. Wow.
That's a fantastic
That's
shot.
incredible.
That photo there. Just
Flag
away they go.
So there you go, 30 gore and Dragon Ogres. Yeah.
And
the man
Gomo's
stand
sitting on a
all that
2-0.
goes. Yeah, sitting on a tournament winning position. I've never had that before.
Yeah,
So,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, get some wins. What should we do? We are sort of hitting just over the hour mark in terms of shout outs and that type of thing.
Sorry, I just removed you. Wrong button.
Oh.
Sorry, Josh.
It was just me.
What are you
There's
talking
like
about, Josh?
8 of these things.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like trying to click the right button. Sorry, Josh, what were you saying? Do you want me to do the shout outs?
Yeah, well, we're hitting the shout outs, like,
Yeah, okay.
period. Yeah, I think it's time.
Let's do that, and then we can finish off the 3 games. I like it. Will we do 3 games after this, and then we'll do questions?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, like we always do with our great patrons who keep us turning up every Monday. Big thank you, guys. You do get your shout outs. And Josh, I think you said there was a couple of questions, which we'll answer in a little bit. So I've got some shout outs. And of course, the bloody Victorians from, Danny joined up specifically for this one. His name on our Patreon is Snake Eyes is the best event you should all attend. So thank you. That's our newest patron.
Beautiful. Love it.
Zeffel, Sexy Dan, Mark Hewitz, Shabismus, Ambler Doom, Western Sydney Wargamers, obviously the best place to play. Feud owner, Vinny, Cathay Balloon Man 115, King Passion, Mustache Rash, Tom Pickard, Not Matt, Jess Tours, Adam Lamb, the Orange Juicer, dying from beastman AIDS. Not only
It's escalating.
yeah, all I can say, I mean,
Starting
I
off
think it was
just
Andrew who said it.
regular AIDS.
Glad he didn't watch that with the kids in the car. That
Oh man,
video
that was something
that comes
I was
from
just like,
is, if you haven't watched it, ask Matt to send it to you. But yes, it's, yeah.
Do I want to see this video?
No, it's
oh,
animated.
if you want to. Oh, it could be up your alley, Josh.
Did
I don't know.
you used to watch
Might be.
He-Man as a kid?
Not really.
Okay. Anyway, I'll keep going. Firebird 7137, Peter Holman, Mark Lagley, Matt Hinton, The Old Warrior, Silver Daves, Frantic Sanity, Mark Nick, Grand Van der Bosch, Chris Bowler, Drunk Habernate, Ben, Cam the Dentist. Where's he? Is that him there? James McKellen, Liam Fallon, Jay McBride, Flatworld's Edge, Sexy Herald of the Old World. Oh, sorry, Sexy Jelly.
Sexy
Herald of the Old
Jelly.
World,
Hello.
Kill Herd.
He doesn't
Tommy
just
Jones.
go by sexy. You still
That's
need
right.
to
Well, you should
qualify
now.
that.
Matthew Klein,
Just call him
Griff,
sexy.
Jess Tours, Wood Duck, Josh Griff, Ninadawam, Daniel Broadstock, Elliot Bitcham, Gilthos Draconos, Diesel, Changing Pages, Danny Gamer, Robert Z, The Bishop's Fingerling Crash.
Oh, man. Oh, that's next level. Oh,
Fucking
Lord.
not
Sorry, I had to read that out.
OG Swirler. Is that a new one? OG
I
Swirler.
think so. Swirler to
It is
swirler. Yeah.
It is still Bobby the Gherkins, isn't it? Yes. Gunwitch, the non-Apple OG Zen Fox, and Todd Lloyd, the real OG, who is an Apple OG apparently.
Yeah,
thanks,
but
guys.
for me,
Thanks
Zen
for
Fox is the
supporting the show.
OG because I don't see the Apple ones. So
You
for
don't see
me,
the
Zen
Apple
Fox is the true OG.
And you will get a few questions, but yeah, we'll finish off these 3 games quickly, I think, and then move on to that. That'd be good.
Yeah, mine won't take very long. I didn't do a bad rep for the last game. I was pretty cooked and knackered. I played against Steve. He was running Creation Warhost. He had from memory, he had an Archmage on a Dragon. He had Core Hill on a Chariot, another Chariot, and a bunch of a block of white lines. He had 2 bolt throwers and some archers. I think even a unit of Sea Guard or Spearman or something. No, it must be Spearman, can't be Sea Guard. Anyway, it didn't look like it was going to be a great matchup for him. Out the gate, he didn't have a lot that's going to deal with the speed that the list came with. And he started to do something strange. He put his forest off in the corner. He started to put things into the corner. And then he started to deploy more normally. And chatting to him afterwards, he's like, yeah, I was going to just turtle up in the corner, but then I was like, that'll be crap.
That is half turtle.
He was a really nice guy. And not only was it a bad matchup, but his dice just absolutely abandoned him. It was just shocking. I got a charge off with his silver helms with my silver helms into his white lions, and even ranked up. He had, still had some packs. He had a champ alive and the Creation chieftain, war chief, whatever they're called. And I think he hit twice out of 8 or 9 dice, and then rolled only one of them wounded, and I rolled a 6 in the save, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, man. And that was just of his game as well. So it was a tough. It just every time he shot a bolt throw, he'd roll a 1 to hit or to wound. It was just like, oh man.
God.
But he took it really well because it was just everything was against him. And I'm like, oh man, I feel so sorry. But we still laughed, and but we called it early and just sort of mathed out the end because it wasn't great for him, the poor guy. I wasn't trying to stomp him because it was round 3 and I was 1-1 or whatever it was. So, but it just kept getting worse for him. Every dice he rolled, I was like, oh man. I almost wanted to hide under the table. He finally got a bolt throw, hit off, and I rolled a 6 on the ward save or something.
And this mission too, wasn't it? It was this one was interesting. It was literally the only thing that scored was kill each other. No generals, no banners, no anything. It was just straight victory points. It was 10-10, then you had the challenge off. That was it.
Yeah.
Which I should have found out about that because there was an interesting challenge off, wasn't there, with John?
Was it?
Yeah, I'll talk about the end maybe.
I don't know the full
specifics, but maybe John can tell us.
Ooh.
Yeah. So was that it, Cam? Then it was just
that was it. It was only we did 3 turns.
Oh really?
He was he was a great guy, and it wasn't. Yeah, it just wasn't much fun for him at that point in time. Yeah. So you get those crap matchups. So anyway, So that was. So again, I finished early again. So, went and did a beer run, I think. Just packed up, and just wandered around, watched some of the final turns of other games, and admired the scenery and that kind of stuff. And that was good. But I finished 2-1. Random assortment of points. So I think I was just under the bottom half or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But
there's a fair few people on 2-1, I think. So
yeah,
it's good.
They did it on strength of schedule. I'm probably derailing it, but
I
really liked it.
Yeah,
maybe the minority. I like the win-loss draw, and I came from the War Machine Hordes. Which was just win-loss basically in a strength schedule type situation. So I hadn't seen that in Warhammer Fantasy before, but I quite liked it as that tiebreaker for that tournament. That's just me personally. I'm sure the Grognards.
I think it was good. It's just funny seeing the final, and then I was shitting bricks because I was like, I hope Old World Rankings adds it up right, 'Cause anyway, we'll get to that one at the end.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty tight. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool. And that was my game. So I told you I was going to be quick. So
Yeah. That's what you
All
do.
right.
Nice.
I'll throw mine up. I probably had probably not exactly the same situation as what Cam did, but something sort of similar. I ended up playing Nick, who was running Expeditionary Force, good old dwarves.
they were a lovely looking army too.
Oh, they were stellar.
Yeah, they were so
Really,
well done.
yeah. Problem with dwarves is like there's no big centerpieces, so sometimes there's a lot of work goes into them, and they just it's hard to see because you actually got to get the little friggin' things up close to your face.
Yeah.
he spent a lot of time on them, and they
looked mint. They looked really good.
So yeah, Nick was he's running Burlock, Thorgrim, he's general. He's running a Thane with the all the fruit, the bursting flame, accuracy, rapid fire for his like 2d3 shot thing, whatever it is. He had a runesmith with double rune of spell breaking, running a sapper with the rune of accuracy and the concussive force. That thing was fantastic, actually. I need to steal that if I ever get back to my dwarves. He had a demon slayer who was running Alric the Mad, Might, Hateful with Wrath. He had like 8 attacks or something like that. 16 Thunderers. He's running 16 Rangers, 2 Scout Gyrocopters, 16 Warriors, a cannon, and an organ gun. So yeah, we this is a little bit weird because we didn't really know how to play this terrain. As you can see, like right in the center, it's just got this big giant hedge, and then in the middle was
terrain placement. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
Water feature. So we sort of just ran it as like a low linear sort of obstacle sort of thing that you could just go over, and in the center was we're just running it as difficult. Anyway, and like Cam at this time, I was half asleep, and then as you can see in the top right corner, I had a few beverages going, so I might have been a little bit inebriated by this point in time. Funnily enough, I managed to take lots of photos. Yeah, it was double parked. So anyway, we'll get into the battle. So on his far left, he ended up scouting in his Rangers. He had his 2 Scout Gyrocopters up there. In the center, he was running his Thunderers in a big long line. Behind his Thunderers, he had his Demon Slayer kind of towards, I suppose, the centerish for his board, sort of protecting his artillery, and kind of near the Thunderers was he was running his Warriors with, I forget what his name is, Thorgrim, young Thorgrim, I think it is. He had his organ gun on the hill with his Thane, with the handgun with all the fruit, his cannon, and the other sapper with the concussive force, with basically it gives you stupidity, which worked fantastic for me because my bats have got leadership 3. So yeah, you can see what happens there. I was running similar to what I always do, just through the zombies in the center, just to run up the center. And then I wanted to get his artillery. So I had some bat swarms and Vargos on the left, which were going to hopefully run around and knock out his artillery because they were going to be the biggest threat to my dragon. On the right-hand side, very far right, I had bat swarms, Vargos in the corner, running my dragon and my mortis engine, also like tucked in my right-hand corner. And then they were trying to swoop around and basically take out his Rangers and then get in his back line and try and take some other stuff out. So that was my game plan. Yeah, definitely double park there. So turn 1, I was a massive coward and basically just sent everything in behind a forest that was like off to my right just so I couldn't get shot. And I was, just beelining it basically straight for his Rangers, and he had his gyrocopters that he plonked just in front of them to take some shots. Zombies just moved up in the center, just doing what zombies do, just moving 4 inches at a time. And then this is the very far left. Again, I was being a massive coward. Sent my Vargas and Bat Swarms in behind the other forest that was nicely right in the center. And then they were going to hopefully pop out and do a little attack onto all his war machines. Try and take those out. He had some pretty bad luck, so I did end up getting into I think the Bat Swarms got into his gyrocopters in the flank, because you can see it's like on the side here. But then he turned around to face, but then he ended up losing combat, and then he popped behind his the Rangers, and I was able to get into. They ended up rallying. No, sorry, he fired and fled. Sorry, I didn't end up charging in. He did a fire and flee, and then popped in behind his Rangers, and then I was able to send my dragon and my Vargas into his Rangers. I took out a heap, and then they popped through his gyrocopters and then panicked them, and then he ended up, what did he have? I think he rolled like, I think they're like leadership 9 or something. He just had some real bad luck with leadership rolls. But he rolled too high. They were off the board. And then you can see here, he was sending up his Demon Slayer. So I'm like, we'll see how this goes. I thought I could take it with the Mortis engine there. So I wasn't overly afraid, because he only had, I think it's D3 wounds or something Dragon Slayer's got against Behemoths. This is me lining up against on my left side. It was artillery. Artillery hill with all my Vargas and my Bat Swarms. So they're hopefully going to get some charges off. And then, this is me. I ended up getting Spirit Leech off. So this is my dragon with the Vamp, got Spirit Leech off. And then I was able to take out his Demon Slayer. So a little bit unfortunate there. I do like my old Demon Slayers. I played Dwarves, so it's kind of like crushing for me to kill them. And poor Nick was having some shocking luck too, like just with his rolls and everything. Because this guy had hatred coming in and 7 attacks and just bad roll after bad roll. It's just, it was just one of those games. So I was able to take out an organ gun, and he was just moving his characters around. So you can see I've only got 1 Vargas left over here. Taking out Artillery Hill. And my Bat Swarms, you can't see them because they are stupid, just sitting next to the forest still, not doing anything. And then, I basically, my Dragon and my Mortis engine ended up going into he sent his Warrior block up. They've gone into them. Had a couple of Vargas there. I think they're dead now, actually, my Vargas. But they all went into his Warrior block with Burlock, and I was just able to, I think it might have been 2 turns of combat, but I was just able to take that out and ended up running him down, catching him. So that was quite a lot of points there. And then you can see here, my Dragon and Mortis engine are facing the back of his Thunderer unit, which he's turned around to face me because there was only so much he could do really at this point. He had like a cannon left and a couple of characters. You can see my Bat Swarms up the top still being stupid, not doing anything. And then, I ended up, I went into the back of them. The Thunderers ended up fleeing and I caught them. And I think at the end, actually, my Bat Swarms, he forgot to do his concussive force again. So they were able to get into his cannon. I don't know if I got it in the end, but it was quite a big victory. It ended up being, what was it? 400 points maybe, or 300 points. I think it was 400 to 1800. So it was a decent win. It was a really nice guy. He took it on the chin because, man, he had some terrible luck, and Nick was a stellar player, and it was good to play against. So it was fun game. All for me.
Cool. So what? So was that a 2-1 for you? Was it as well?
Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah. Wow, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I went into a game 3, 2-0, and then, a bit cocky because of these Dragon Ogres going really well. And guess who I got paired into?
Ooh.
The pressure was on, Paddy Brown. So that is the brother, for those who don't know, of Alex Brown, who I just beat. And plus, obviously, the other half of 2 Plus podcasts. So I was like...
It was chasing blood.
Either I'm going to get close to winning this thing and take out 2 Plus podcasts in one tournament and take out 2 of the brothers. Or I'm going to go down in flames. Yeah. The pressure was...
Exciting.
And I think Batty was joking too because he's like, we can't have both go down in one tournament. He's running Orion's Wild Hunt. I'll just skim through his list. I just had it there. Where was it? He's got Glade Lord on a dragon, armor and rhetoric iron, the annoyance of netlings, talisman of protection, a Glade Lord on a stag. I'm not going to go through all the stuff actually. Wild Rider Kindred, a spell singer, level 1 with illusion, and then he's got 5 wild riders, another 5 wild riders, 2 lots of 8. Actually, sorry, 8 Glade Riders, 6 Glade Riders, a little 19-point Wood Elf Beast Pack, 5 Sisters of the Thorn, 3 Warhawk Riders, and a Great Eagle. Andrew's favourite unit. I don't know what to say about this game apart from I don't even know what I was. I think I was probably a little cocky in the sense that I thought, I reckon these two, I wasn't too worried about the dragon. I thought, hopefully I can stop it flying for a bit. And then, obviously, it's going to, it's a combat army. He's got to come down. So hopefully I can Voltide, just that's sort of what I thought. And then obviously keep my Dragon Ogres and my Gore next to each other and just see what happens. He did put a lot of the guys out on the flanks initially. So I was putting my pigs out there. And I think that's just where I went really badly wrong to not spoil too much of the fun here. Because basically what happened, I guess what screwed me around was evasive, never having played that. It's really annoying, guys. Very annoying. Anyway, I got turn 1 off, which is, again, really bad against Wood Elves because, I can't do anything in turn 1. So just turn 1's gone because I can't really, everything's out of range. And then I did get my fly banner off, I believe, the first one. So those eagles weren't going anywhere. So basically, I probably shouldn't have done that because basically it just slowed him up. So that was another turn where I didn't really get to do a whole lot. So I sort of was just waiting for him to come because I couldn't do anything. But also he wasn't going to come down when he couldn't fly down anyway. So really the first 2 turns was what are we doing here? And then in hindsight, I'm sitting here going, man, my pigs are I got no chaff in the middle. Once he does, once he can commit, I've got nothing to stop him. Anyway, so he does fly his dragon by turn end of his 2. He puts the dragon right near this water. I know, that's true. Yeah, exactly. Sorry about the spoilers, guys. Yeah. He puts his dragon. Oh, do we even have a picture of it? No, I don't. Sorry. He put the dragon near the river there, or whatever it is, the forest, and I go to the Voltide. He evases and goes back over the hill. I was just like, I just don't know what to shoot. I couldn't shoot anything, and everything was just one of those games, man. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I didn't get my anti-fly the next turn, and that's when he's able to come in a little bit harder. That's probably where it is there in that picture, if you can see it. He sort of brought all his Warhawk Riders up, his Dragon and his Wild Riders ready for the next turn. And did he evade on this one? I don't think he did. I think he took the 1-shot Voltide and I only did 1 wound or something, maybe 2. So then that next turn, I don't even know if I've got pics really of this. He went Dragon into the Dragon Ogres, Wild Riders into the Gore. And you can't really see it here, but I had one of my little Ungor further up and he went the Warhawk Riders into the 1 Ungor, which killed all my Ungor because they couldn't rank up because I've got my wizard in the middle. And potentially could have overrun as a dragon, I guess, but technically couldn't because he actually bumped into my herdstone. But if he did, it would have even been worse for me. But that's what ended up happening. And so and then obviously Wild Riders do what they do and just like chew through half that Gorgon in one turn. And my Dragon Ogre's just failed me. He there's my one wound I got off on his friggin' dragon before he went in. They went in and his dragon just ate through my Dragon Ogres in like 2 turns. Like I don't know. I just couldn't make any saves. And he just chewed through them and like kept knocking them back and then just ate them. And I think I lost my Gore unit in 2 turns. And so that whole middle just evaporated. I was just like, oh, fuck. That's all gone. Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, like, looking back, I'm like, fucking hell, I should have just, if I had those pigs up there to actually a bit more blocking, it would have been able to do a bit better. But I just, I've never played against evasive, and it's just like I just couldn't touch the units to like I wanted to, like 2 bolt tides, he just moves out of the way. I was just like, that's cool. I've got nothing else that's ranged to do anything. So it was a really good list and a really good match up there. Like because his whole thing was he could stay back till when he wanted to, and then just charged in. There was not much I could do, I don't think. With my dumb deployment, there's probably a lot I could do if I did it had my time again. But So Paddy spanked my ass 15-5. So he deserved that, and so he was like on 3-0, and we're like, man, I think you've got this. And then he came third, and he by far had the highest victory point. So what did he finish with? 48 or something out of 60 or 49, and he came third because of strength of schedule. Is the second tiebreaker, and that's when I started. My tournament software was going to be correct, which it was. It ended up being right, but for a second there, I'm like, oh shit. Paddy's not going to be happy with me if he doesn't win, and it's because of my buggy software or something. But it worked out okay.
Well, there you go. John Fader would come second.
Oh, right. Yeah, because he's way ahead on.
Shot himself in the foot.
Battle points. Oh.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. No, but Paddy came third, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. So, no, well done, man. Especially, so like the top was, there was Expeditionary Force. Yeah, Expeditionary Force, then Wolves of the Sea, and then Orion Wild Hunt for podium.
That's so cool.
Heaps good.
Yeah, it's the incredible podium. Yeah, I love that.
Bad strength schedule. Some of the comments.
Now, Padland Dan, I suppose. The other thing, and John could pipe in because I won't get the story right. I just read it this morning on their chat. Was this mission was like if you ended up tied, you then had to pick a character and have like a basically challenge off with no extra rules and see who won. And apparently there was more, up to 3 games went to that, I think, something like that. John's game, who played Cathay, played against Cathay, and they both had Meow Ying. Is that right? It was a Meow Ying off.
What? It was a Meow Ying.
And they both had 5 wounds at the time. So I don't know how long you guys were fighting for, but John snuck it out with ended up winning that of obviously 1 point, and then you get 11-9. So that's pretty funny.
Good job, yeah.
2 Meow Yings fighting each other for the final.
Can you break down the evasive? So was he just putting him at a certain range? Was that his?
And I knew he had evasive. Don't like. It's not like he told me. Yeah. If he didn't, in his defense, not defense, but he probably screwed it. Like that's the image there. Actually, he was. Can you see my mouse? Can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
He was like here, so he'd actually moved up a fair bit. So there's a chance he would have only ended up like. Yeah, if you roll crap, you only move a few inches back. He might have been in range, but he ended up like he did.
Because is it 2d6 like for Bigo?
The highest, I think. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wasn't. He was only just in my 15 inches, and then when you fall back, you're out, and it's just like, oh god, yeah.
That's clever. Nice. Well done.
They've all got evasive, like the dragon and the friggin' whatever else. Those dudes.
Oh, right.
I tried my sneaky. So, like, this is another one where those they're owls, but they're the Warhawk Rider dudes. They were just near my herdstone, and I thought I was being tricky again, going, cool, I'll go around the side here and I'll shoot you. And unless I kill just two of you, hopefully I'll volatile the whole unit. But if I miss or I don't do much, you can't charge me because like 50% of your unit isn't visible. But of course, then he evaded. He did an evasive, and the way it went, I can't see him anymore, so I couldn't even volatile him, even though he was in range. I was like, "Fucking hell, this is." Just, yeah, I was just,
sneaky.
I just cannot learn. I need to learn how to play that. That was really good for Paddy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't use my chaff at all. I could have chaffed up stuff. And I've got enough there, like with Ungor as well, or like I just didn't even. I don't know. 2 turns of being cocky, putting dragon ogres into things and just having them sit there, and it didn't work this time. So
good.
Yeah.
Dragons fix most problems.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it's not like he didn't have like a crazy weapon. He's just a tank. He's got his and against the dragon ogres, his annoyance and netlings doesn't do anything anyway. So it's not like he's crazily souped up. He's just a decent dragon. It's just he could just chew through 1 or 2 dragon ogres a turn, and I just couldn't put much wounds on him. So it went down.
Yeah, well, he's not a shabby player either, so it's not like you.
No.
Just shabby looking.
Yeah, it's got top of the field. Yeah.
All right. Well, I might.
No, John just said, came over telling us how to change the rankings. We didn't know what he was doing, but he was typing really fast. And then Paddy came third.
And then Paddy came third.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Thanks for coming, Cam.
Did you? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for letting me on the show.
That's cool.
Thanks for coming on.
I'll wrap to you later. Night, everybody in the chat.
Cheers, mate.
See you.
See ya.
Ciao.
Yeah, no, it's a really good event. I mean, it always is. You just get back and you're like, right, when's the next one? What can I do? Do I keep going with Beastman? Because I'll admit, like, I felt like, I changed my list a little bit, but I was so focused on the software the last month or so. I just didn't have brain power for all this. And I felt like I knew what I was still doing, which was really good. It's like Josh, what you're saying when you just played your Bretonians all the time. And it was just like,
well,
I mean, I still fuck up like that last game, but it was good to
still make mistakes. But it becomes a bit of muscle memory almost.
Yeah. Especially like the same magic laws, and there's a bit of relaxation around that. Now the issue is I'm sitting here with a brand new other Cathay box behind me and all that crap, and going, what do I do? Do I just stay with Beastman and just hobby the rest? I don't know. So.
What do you do?
I don't know.
Where do we want to go?
Depends how much hobby time you're going to get for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's true. I have got so I do have another idea for a Beastman list that'll be fun. It won't be competitive, but it'll be fun. I have to see what they pull out for their. John, when's the next pack out for that other one that they're running? Because they're running one in like 2 months, aren't they? Is that what it was? The date was pretty.
It was heaps.
Follow your heart. Yeah.
Follow your heart. John's advice. I think good advice. Bicycle Studios finally got. Catch at least a bit of your live stream for once. Stem Tom Stones, love your channel, guys.
That's for sure. We need to get some to that level. Now we got some questions.
They are quality. They are quality.
We do have some questions. Got a few questions today, guys. I'll start off with one that Sexy asked. Well, it was sort of like, does he just go by Sexy now? Do we just call him Sexy?
Yep.
I'm not even going to say his last name anymore. Just that's his name. So he asked this question. He asked this a few days ago. I'm not sure he meant this as a question for the podcast, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Based on all the terrain chat, what do you guys use to paint up the terrain? Do you use your regular paint collection, or do you use a cheaper alternative? I had a pyramid painted roughly the size of the Empire Chapel, and it absorbed like $5 worth of paint. At this rate, it'll cost more to paint than to buy. I don't know. I like to have some cheaper paint, but I don't have much of it, so I often do end up using some nice paints. I usually find it's nice to, if you can get the right sort of color with this rattle can and something close. and then I don't know. I just use a little bit of dry brushing
or something with
dry brushing, and then try to mix a bit of my own wash or something like that. But then I do find I end up using a little bit of contrast here or there and using a fair bit. But I don't know. It sometimes it's worth it. I don't mind.
It depends on the thing. Like a building, I'll definitely use normal paints. Like hills, I probably wouldn't. I'd go to when I say normal paints, for a hill, I'd use for my Vallejo, which in my mind is just my cheap paints. So I probably do still use normal.
What kind of
paints?
What is it, Vallejo?
Cheap paint. Like I've got like a bunch of like their older Air ones and stuff that I got like from Frontline for like $2 or something. Like when they're getting rid of the
right.
And if they're browns and greens and stuff, I just grab them because then you can just like spray through them. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. No,
I don't use Citadel. I don't sit there. Remember, I always used to think that was funny when you see Games Workshop's things like they're painting this huge scenery thing. Like, now get the Chaos Blackout, and now get you're like, as if I'm using a $12 pot of like 15 mil paint to paint this massive thing.
Yeah. I think you're right about buildings. So I think buildings, it does feel different, or anything that's got like fine details.
Yeah.
But big pieces of forest or hill, like you just want to get covered.
Rock out crops. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
Very forgiving. And then next question, Sexy Dan, hobby horse. Oh goodness, there's a lot of sexies going around these days, aren't there? This is a question for me actually. Do you remember where you found the STL files for the backpacks on your Mordheim warband? Please and thank you. And I imagine he's talking about the backpacks on the Bretonians. Then good and bad news have been in that regard. So the supplier was called STL Mini Bits, and I got them off My Mini Factory. Now they have since moved to an independent website, STL Mini Bits. Because you go on their My Mini Factory profile and they've taken all their stuff off. You can't buy it off My Mini Factory anymore. They've just got a link to their website now. Now I was trying to I attempted to buy some hats about a month ago using this website. Specifically, I wanted some hats. I was doing it for for my dead livestock. So
what?
Just put some random hats for these cows.
Hats. Hang on. Now I'm like, did I hear that right? You needed hats for your dead livestock.
Oh my god, I never mentioned this before. So, I ended up finding other things I could put, and I did find some hats. but the whole point of the dead livestock, was like the whole theme of the event was this dude that got turned into a cow. Gotcha. Or other animal. And so I decided to put on like a scroll here or there, or some empty boots, or a hat next to the carcass, just for some fun.
Gotcha.
Josh is going all out.
That makes sense.
I bought some hats from this place. But on the website, it didn't seem to, I bought it and it sort of said, oh yeah, you purchase it, but there was no way to download it or anything. I just couldn't download it. But then the PayPal transaction wasn't finalized either, so it was sort of stuck in this no man's land of being unconfirmed. And then a week later, I hadn't heard anything back, so I tried to buy it again. I tried to message on the My Manufacturing profile. I tried to email them on their website. The email just got returned. I'm like, they had a Kickstarter some years ago, so I ended up trying to message them through the Kickstarter. They never replied. And then a month later, my PayPal transaction just got refunded automatically because PayPal was like, this is timed out. So I just couldn't buy my hats. And I really would have liked to have bought them, but they made it impossible for me to make this transaction. Anyway, I hope someone else has better luck because I could not make a transaction on that website. Anyway, that's my little story. That's my
back to the backpacks, Josh.
Unfortunately, that means it's screwed. They got so much cool stuff on here.
They got so much cool stuff. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just couldn't. I don't know if it was just me. Hopefully, someone else has better luck or tell me what I did wrong. Because certainly, I didn't get any help from the vendor.
Have you still got the STLs, Josh, for the backpacks?
Yeah, for the backpacks. Yeah, no, I still got them. Yeah. I don't know. these small vendors, and I don't want to be like.
If you can't buy them,
if you can't buy them, if they make it hard to buy them, maybe Dan.
Yeah.
Anyway, STL mini bits. Good luck. Next question. Sean asks, my question. Oh, here we go, guys. My question requires homework. Please share a picture of your hobby spaces, including printer setups. How does your wife feel about it all? Oh, live view.
I just got boxes of shit everywhere.
Oh, we see it every week.
Yeah. My space of shame. It's in the shed, so out of sight, out of mind.
Well, that's really the policy, isn't it? I was thinking the same thing, because this is my main hobby space, which is actually quite clean now, because after the last tournament, I cleared it. Like, I just was like, yep, like I always do after events. I'm like, done. Yep, cleared everything out. Like, this is the cleanest it's ever been, except for the hay. But then down in the down in the shed, that's a completely different story. It's completely different story, but it's out of it's hidden. It's
I love that first ever picture you shared of like when you had your old Mars up there and stuff, and it just. Because I think you cleaned it up a little bit. Remember that first? I think it was years ago you shared that first one. It was just like, what is that? Like, it was just.
Oh, I had like drips everywhere and
just
empty containers
like so many
strewn
empty
everywhere.
Containers of stuff. Yeah, it's funny.
I don't know that this is much worse than what it was back then. I feel like you guys might have been a little bit desensitized to how messy this actually is.
Maybe.
The FDM one is so far not even been acknowledged of its existence, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Well, I've seen
just
it.
With a piece of junk in there. Who wouldn't know?
Oh, no.
What's that?
I've got 2 printers. I've got 2 printers. That's it. The less set.
My desk's a bit messy. I've got a lot of shit on mine. That's where I sit, as you guys would know. You probably can see one of the guitars, but that's what I mean. My hobby's right next to my work, which gets a bit annoying. Sometimes you just slide over. Which is now working in reverse. It's annoying. I can't hobby because then I just slide back over and do work. I wish it was the other way, but anyway. Nice. But yeah, my 3D printer is out in as a shed, the garage, and it's just sitting on a table because I promised when I bought it, I was like,
beautiful.
I was going to cut this shelf off behind it and like put everything back into the actual cupboard. And then that was, when did I get the printer? 18 months ago, something like that, 2 years. So I haven't done it.
Yeah.
It's still sitting on the
July
table.
July 24, probably.
Yeah. Requires woodwork. And I'm like, fuck, I can't be bothered.
Yeah,
it's still sitting there. So it's like in the middle of the
temporary space has become the permanent space.
Yeah. But apart from that, I've tried to keep it fairly clean. Like I don't, but that's basically mine. I haven't used my printer in a while. Yeah.
Go through phases. Like, depends on what you're working on. You're not doing much hobby, and because printing is a very specific part of it as well. So, sometimes even if you're doing lots of hobby, you still don't have a need for it.
I've got so much else to paint too. If I just keep printing stuff,
you keep printing more stuff, you're just gonna, you're never gonna get anywhere. Sorry, next question. Mark asks, in a 750-point game of Battle March, do you set yourself boundaries on what is acceptable to use as your freebie 0 to 1 per 100, 0 to 1 per 1,000 point choice? Because you've only got one of those, I guess, for a Battle March list. Would you push it to a Lord level character, or would you consider that too much into 750 points? Is what he's asking.
Oh,
depending on the vibe.
Or are there any other boundaries you wouldn't want to cross?
It's the event vibe. I would go off.
That's a good answer. Yeah, definitely a strong answer.
I've only done 500. I'm just looking. I only did 500 point ones up, so I don't know. But I guess it's the same rule, isn't it?
Yeah, 750, I guess, is more like a little army. Like 500 is very little. So yeah, it's different.
I mean, it depends what you're doing. Like if you're playing against, I'd probably steer clear of stuff. I don't know. My gut feel, if I was doing it, I'd probably be wanting more bodies on the board anyway. But
yeah, I'm not sure that running a Lord is a power choice necessarily. I agree.
Ooh. I think it depends on how mobile the Lord is.
That's true.
If it's pretty mobile, it's pretty dangerous.
It could probably dominate the game.
hang on, how many Dragon Ogres can I take? Can that be one of my zeros?
That's it.
So maybe.
I like how Sean's response was just play Bretonnians. You can take a Duke without using your 0-1 choice because Brett said
Because
it's just one. Like,
yeah, that's so
stupid game.
Oh, they get everything.
Oh dear. All right. And last question, and this refers back to the event. Angelus. So John asks, how does it feel to have stolen the win from 2+ Podcast Brothers by firstly winning a game against one, and then secondly fabricating an entire tournament software system in order to prevent the other from taking first place?
Felt good.
Touche.
There's a bit of controversy there. I quickly, like, I don't know, John, if you've noticed now, if you go to the results page, it does show strength. So when you went to results, it also didn't show strength of schedule on
Oh,
the
it didn't even
result
show on the
page.
result
You can
page.
see it has like 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, and Paddy's got like 47 points, and the other people have like 26, whatever it was, or 46, and they've got like 30, but they're on top of him. It's just like,
So, all right. So yeah, they would have. I would have looked at it and be like, what's going
What
on?
is going on?
Oh,
and even victory points, he had way
so
more.
funny.
As well.
Yeah, so there was no visible way.
No, you'd have to look at the
No
players'
explanation whatsoever.
individual one that you got me to add in. You know, like you could look at it on the individual one. You could see the strength.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So you've added the soft scores now as well. Great. Like I'm talking about in my event, because that also happened in mine where, there was a bit of, confusion about why everyone was ranked in a certain way when some people had, gone 3 wins out of 5 and that type of thing, because the soft scores are so valuable, but they were hidden. Oh, cool. So you got that and the stretch schedule. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I think it's really important to be able to see the different things that are going to be people are going to be ranked by, so that when you see the ranking, people understand why they're in a certain order. Really important. Yeah, love it.
Yeah. That's funny. But anyway, no, good on. That was a bloody cracking event. It was fun. It was actually good to not drive too.
Oh yeah,
I like driving. But it was pretty. Cam drove us. So me and Andrew just got to relax. It was good.
Yeah, it would have been good sleeping on the way back, but alas, I can't sleep in cars. I could rest my eyes. It was lovely.
The only thing is, like with those events, just in general, is, and that's why it's going to be really cool with the 2-dayer, is there's such a good group of like people down there, and you don't really get to see anyone, because like lunch you do for a little bit, but that's it. Because you get down, you're pretty much playing, you have your break, and there's those, and then we have to get out of there to drive home. So like, it's going to be good if we have a weekender where hopefully a bunch will still be hanging around and go out for dinner or something on the Saturday night. So,
if you have a 2-dayer, you're talking about July, you saying?
Yeah, it's July, I think. Yeah, that one.
Bit of a nerd date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tempting.
Cool. We are pretty much at the end. Did you guys have anything? Yep. I mean, did you guys see the new? Not really news, but there's some made-to-order orcs.
Yeah,
right?
I saw there was some.
What I'm trying to work out, maybe Mark can tell me this or not, because you know how I've got like a hobby project that is really a retirement project, is trying to build up that 4th edition battle report between orcs and dwarves, and I've got like about half the orc and goblins that I need, but I don't have really any of the metal stuff because it was too expensive. And now these orcs are out. I'm like, is that the orcs that are in the orc 4th edition army book? So I've got the pictures for it, but I'm trying to work out if they are. Because if they are, maybe I should buy them. But don't know. So I'm slowly building. And they got the catapult, so I'll need to buy that because that was in it. Because that's what I want to do. I want to basically make the 4th edition bat rep up.
Oh, the old school. The old school with the face on it.
Yeah. The little
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that came out. Well, it's coming out this weekend, I should say. and the metal Blackhawks, but I don't need them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sidrill's sneaking in a sneaky last minute question. So he's saying, as somebody who is about to start running regularly scheduled tourneys in Canada, what tips or recommendations do you have?
You got to go with some good software.
Yeah, good
What
one.
do you?
I think you just want to run the type of event or tournament that you would like to play in yourself. You know, I think that's probably the best approach, however you want to run it. That's probably the only real specific, non-specific broad advice I can give you.
Yeah, I mean, I like just going off Western Sydney though. Like, I don't know. I find it quite refreshing with sort of different packs and stuff. But I don't know if that's too confusing for some people. But I don't think the ones Western Sydney war gamers do are confusing. But I like having some of the scenarios that, I guess, not try to balance the game, but just aren't just straight out of the book, without changing all the rules of the armies, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like overly tweaked either. Like, it seems it's got the same feel, the same vibe as the, I suppose, what's out of the book.
And then probably let, given that he's from Canada, make sure you allow renegades. So,
yeah, but venues, I think an appropriate venue is definitely good. And depends on how much time you've got available. But it does, I think, quality terrain and tables do make it look like a more highly, quality event. The only problem with that is there is a lot of money that goes into good tables, and so there's budgets with everything. So it just depends, I suppose, on
how big are you looking at? Yeah, like, is it an 8 person? Is it a 16? Is it Because I'd always recommend, the bigger the event, like if you have a bit of room and stuff to move around and at a place where people can easily get lunch, they don't have to leave the venue too much to go get lunch and stuff, so they're not rushed too much. All those little things add up to make the venue just easier if they can all hang around and still talk and catch up, and it just grows a sense of community. Whereas if you just rock up and everyone's sweaty and they want to get out of there, they just run off, So it just depends on, how
that's a good point.
Start off.
John's saying start small if you need to. Be easy to start small, I suppose, and starting big and, overcommit.
Yeah. Cool. Is that all the questions?
Cool. Yep. Oh yeah, no, questions are done.
Okay. No worries. Yeah, I don't know if there was any. Was there any other news? There's obviously Cathay came out. We've got a couple of shout-outs, which I'll do next week. So just run out of time. There's a couple of little products that people have messaged me about, which might, apps and stuff that might be useful to people. But I might all package that up next week, and we can do that. Yeah, but otherwise, good costs, drinks, food, car parking. Yeah, that's true. The other thing is close transport. If you're in a city where people aren't, if they can't drive, that's what was good about the Broadmeadow one. Like, people could just catch the train, walk down. It's a bit of a walk, but yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it for our episode. Hopefully people enjoyed the games. Yeah, we all went 2-1. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
We must know how to play Warhammer just slightly. It's good.
Making it a respectable podcast.
Yeah.
Learn how to got to learn all the rules now. What's this evasive thing? I didn't know. I knew about it. Just spanked me when it actually came out.
When it was used properly. Yeah.
Oh, you see, not Matt's on the Australian team. Congratulations.
Oh, great! Yes. Well, that was news.
Or the ETC or WTC or whatever it is that they do. Is it WTC now? It's not ETC, is it?
Yeah, WTC, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that? I'm just trying to find the thing again. I was going to bring that up. But Travis
it's in the yeah.
I don't even know where it is. Well, maybe we'll call that out tomorrow. Next week. Get one of them on or something over the next couple of weeks. See how it's, because I know I wanted to catch up about just, organising some things around that for the teams. So that should be good.
Yeah.
Got a team.
That'll be good.
I think Chris Cousins is going there. Yeah. Okay. That's probably it then. We'll love you and leave you, I guess, for another week. Thanks for watching Old World Fanatics as usual. Please like, subscribe. The guys in the chat's already done that. But if you are watching this back while you're painting, drop a comment on there. Really appreciate it. And like and subscribe and jump over to Patreon if you want to support us a little more. And yeah, we are doing more tournaments now. Not that most people can travel to Australia to do it if you're watching somewhere else, but any support does help. We put it towards all that sort of stuff. So, which I still owe Josh money. So I'll do that this week, Josh. Let's talk. And I'll send some people to
that'd be
your
sweet.
people. Yeah. Cool.
All
okay,
right.
guys.
All
Thanks for watching
Old World Fanatics,
and we'll see you next week. Cheers, everyone.
Yep.
Bye.
See ya.